Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
So today we are going to dive into the latest updates on Diddy's federal criminal trial, and trust me, this one is getting more intense by the day. Now, opening statements are just around the corner, but before we even get there, let's talk about what's already gone down and what we can expect in the courtroom as this action ramps up. This morning, they're going to wrap up the jury selection. There are 43 jurors still to go through, and the goal is for them to have a total of 18 in the pool, 12 jurors, and 6 alternates. Now, Sean P. Diddy Combs is currently facing a 5-count indictment, including sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting women across state line for the purposes of prostitution. Now, this is pretty serious stuff, and the prostitution, they are expecting to bring some major witnesses to the stand. Sources say one of the key witnesses is a woman known only as Victim 1, believed to be singer and ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. Now, her testimony is likely to paint a disturbing picture of the music mogul's alleged abuse and control tactics, something prosecutors will use to prove a pattern. Now, speaking on witnesses, as of late Sunday night, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York has yet to reestablish contact with a key witness against the Bad Boy Records founder. Only a few weeks ago, Victim 3, as she is called in the federal indictment against Sean P. Diddy Combs, had pledged to testify in the criminal trial that could possibly leave the fallen music mogul in a prison cell for the rest of his life if he's found guilty. Now, embarrassingly nowhere to be found, the non-New York City-based Victim 3 may provide Combs' legal team with the tools to bring the case to a standstill, at least for now. Expected before Judge Arun Subramanian at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today to solidify the jury and hear an update on Victim 3 from the feds. They're saying that Diddy's defense is planning to ask for a mistrial or seek a delay in the start of the trial. The trial of the century is starting, and we will be giving you a play-by-play of what's going on. Before we get into all of that, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now let's get back into it. Now let's talk about the possibility of a mistrial. Now, some folks are throwing that word around, but honestly, it's a long shot, more like a Hail Mary than a real expectation. But a delay in the trial, that's actually on much stronger legal ground. Now, the website Deadline reached out to the Southern District of New York to ask what happens if victim number 3 doesn't show up to testify, but the feds aren't talking, and a spokesperson just said no comment. Now, sources close to law enforcement say victim number 3 might have gone silent out of fear for her safety, and they wouldn't give details, but clearly something serious is going on. And the defense team, well, they haven't responded at all about what her disappearance could mean for their strategy. Now, again, a few weeks ago, victim 3 was standing 10 toes down. She was like, look, I don't even have to go by a pseudonym. We can use my real name. Now, many are believing victim 3 to be Gina Huin. Now, Gina is a model and influencer who had been romantically linked to Sean P. Diddy Combs over the years, and their relationship had been on again, off again. She even argued back and forth with his rumored girlfriend, Young Miami from the City Girls. That led to a brief social media back and forth between Gina and Young Miami. In regards to her speaking up and being a witness on the case, people are saying she has no choice. Plus, there's a sworn testimony. She has been saying she's going to testify. She even said she doesn't want to be anonymous. That's why she said her name. She wants to do the right thing. It's just that people with money will do anything to prevent her from doing that. Now, part of the reason why many feel like victim 3 is Gina is because just recently Judge Arun Subramanian denied Diddy's request to suppress evidence in this case. In him doing so, he spoke about victim number 3, and it says that Combs argues that the warrant affidavits, which stated that Combs blanked, excluded her, meaning victim 3. She said that she was blanked and that Combs blanked, but if the affidavits had included all of victim 3's public statements, they would have also included a public interview in which she blanked. Now, back in 2019, Gina interviewed with Tasha K, and during that interview, she gave raw and emotional details about her past relationship relationship with Diddy, revealing alleged abuse, manipulation, and trauma that she says she endured during their relationship. Gina claimed Diddy physically abused her, describing incidents where he allegedly slapped, punched, and choked her. She said that Diddy left her bruised and emotionally scarred, stating that she stayed silent for years out of fear and loyalty. Now, unless victim 3 decides to show up or a date for her testimony is locked in, the defense has an edge. If the judge agrees to delay or mistrial, that's a win for Diddy's team. But if the trial moves forward with Cassie, 2 other witnesses, and a newly revealed victim number 5 set to testify, that's enough to proceed. Either way, the defense could be setting up for a test appeal if things don't go their way. And just before the trial even began, Diddy's team admitted in court that he did not commit domestic violence during his relationship with Cassie, but claimed it was mutual, saying she was violent too. Now, speaking about witnesses that can tear this case up for your boy Diddy, more twists are coming in Diddy's federal trial, this time involving Albee Shore, the R&B singer and father of Diddy's stepson, Quincy Brown. Now, Albee Shore says he's officially been subpoenaed to testify, and his connection to Diddy goes way beyond the music. It's personal.
But this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah, yes. They're selecting a jury.
But you were on this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago. I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy?
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time, and I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed because, and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate and so on and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant. It's something I've been trying to say for many, many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage, and in many, many ways. Many people's lives are affected, and in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
You're blaming Diddy for that?
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story, of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on, it's unfortunate.
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
No.
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
With Albee Shore taking the stand, Cassie, possibly victim number 3, victim number 5, and over 50 witnesses, Lord knows what's going to happen in this Diddy case, but we will be keeping you up to date. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on in the world of Diddy? Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of my new episodes.